So this might be the most insane thing to happen on live TV. Mehdi Hasan was in a debate with Donald Trump supporter Ryan Gadusky, and then all hell broke loose when he drops this insane racist line. Take a look.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing...
You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else at this table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and... No, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying...
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that...
Did you just say I should die?
You should not...
No,
Did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope you're...
Guys, let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
Because you said I'm a big supporter
of the Palestinians.
Of Hamas?
Guys, let me
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you a supporter
of
Hamas?
what? No, of course I'm not supporting Hamas.
I apologize.
Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against me?
Ryan,
that's disgusting.
That is completely...
No, I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown up on TV.
Don't say then I apologize. You literally...
I thought he said Hamas.
You didn't think I said Hamas. I said I supported Palestinian rights.
Yes, I did.
Why? Because when you hear
what's
Palestinian,
funny is Rudy Giuliani said this yesterday, so you're a great guest to be here to defend Rudy Giuliani.
I wasn't going to entertain nonsense today, and so at this point,
this is what we're in now. This is America in 2024.
Here's what I will say.
Forget the racism.
That's right.
It's I should die.
I didn't say that. You should
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me your fake ignorance.
I did not say you should die.
Why did you say with my beeper go?
What did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper? What did you mean by the beeper? No, you didn't. You said, I hope your beeper doesn't go off.
Ryan, stop talking.
At least have the guts to support your racist comment.
Hang on. I'm so sorry.
Let her bring it back.
This is why yesterday's rally was disgusting.
Don't call us Nazis, but I'm going to threaten the brown guy as a terrorist and kill him.
Wow. Simply wow. I mean, look, that's how normalized racism has become. Those who are MAGA, I mean, they say this stuff all the time, don't they? Look, I don't know if you saw it, but Trump's last rally was a fascist circle jerk. Rudy Giuliani saying Palestinians are taught to kill at 2 years old. This sort of thing is what allowed Gadusky just to casually drop that line. Now, if you don't understand the reference, Israel not too long ago committed a terror attack in Lebanon where they targeted pages owned by members of Hezbollah. They exploded in open areas such as supermarkets where children were present. Children died. Young people were injured, innocent people. Gadusky is essentially calling Mehdi Hasan Hezbollah, and it was a racist threat. Oh, I hope it doesn't blow up. Now, what is funny to me is seeing his face when he got pushback. I mean, he desperately tried to backtrack, pretended that Mehdi Hasan said Hamas when he said Palestinians. Then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry." I mean, you could see how embarrassed he was and wished he wasn't there. Not obviously, he wasn't embarrassed for the racism, but for being called out. Yet, this racist little weasel has piped up again and said this on Twitter. You can stay on CNN if you falsely call every Republican a Nazi and have taken money from Qatar-funded media. Apparently you can't go on CNN if you make a joke. I'm glad America gets to see what CNN stands for. Nope, I saw you piss your pants. You were crying. Oh, I'm sorry. But now because you're safe behind a keyboard, you double down and say it's a joke. Well, first of all, it obviously wasn't a joke, otherwise you wouldn't have said sorry. Secondly, I mean, how is that a joke? Why would you randomly drop it in there in an exchange? And of course, it's not funny. But this is what conservatives do. They say something disgusting, and then they get pushback, and they go, "Oh, it's a joke. No one can handle jokes anymore." I mean, who's got no humour in the world? That's literally how we cope with shit. I mean, we probably joke too much on serious things. So we like jokes when they're funny. But this happens all of the time. It happened at the Trump rally, which I mentioned before. Comedian, Tony Hinchcliffe said this, warning, the cringe is almost too much to handle.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay, all right, okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor.
What I love so much is those jokes actually bombed, but they always just say, it's a joke. They're not jokes. You are just racist pieces of shit. They love to dish it out, but when anyone on the left, or liberals even, make fun of them, they turn into the biggest snowflakes. Now, I thought I'd show that because the US election is insane, and frankly, the world is going insane. I just want to say to everyone who's been watching us for years or who's just joined the channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing. Now, this channel started with just me. All right, me and my busted up laptop, my old iPhone in a Nottingham small little flat, and now I'm happy to say it's growing. Things look a lot better than before. We now have 5 people who contribute to Turn Left rather than 1, and that was always the goal, by the way. Never wanted it to just be me, but we're still all voluntary, and we're trying to juggle this around our full-time work. It means that sometimes things go wrong, such as live shows going late because we're having to put a script together after we finish work at 5 or 6 p.m. Sometimes there's cancellations. It means we can't create content every single day, which we want to do. And we really want to grow this platform. But of course, it takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment. But you guys can help. And there are many ways you can do it. You can, 1, like this video, and like all of our other videos when you happen to watch it. You can share this across social media, share it with your friends and family. And the third thing, if you can support us financially because things cost money. Turn Left virtually makes no money. I'm going to be transparent. We make about £400 a month. That goes on operational costs. That goes on equipment. That goes on streaming software. They have to pay for that. No one makes any money personally from it. So if you can support us by going to turnleftmedia.co.uk/support. There you can support us through the Patreon account, which is a monthly donation. You can choose how much you want to spend. Or there's another link there, which means you can do any one-off donation. This will really, really help. And if we can draw some kind of income, we can slowly get to the point where we can leave our other jobs and start actually working for a wage for Turn Left. We want to become full-time. 5 full-time people for Turn Left means you'll get content every single day. Very, very ambitious content too. Not just commentary videos, not just live shows, but mini documentaries, more vox pops, more interviews, and one day to have a studio, to have more and more people work for Turn Left. This is the goal, and I know it's going to be a long time coming. I mean, this channel's been around for 4 years. It's not fast growth, but you guys can really, really help. So I really appreciate if you consider becoming a supporter. But again, if you can't, just like and share our content. Comment, that helps the algorithm, and also it knows that you're engaged. It tells us whether you're enjoying the content, if there's anything we're missing. We also have an email address, contact@turnleftmedia.co.uk. If there's any stories we're not covering and you feel like we should be, drop us an email. We will read them. I can't guarantee that we'll get around to every single story, but we will read them and we will consider them. And this kind of makes it more of a citizens or journalism platform. But again, I want to thank everyone who supported us along this journey, and I'm really, really excited to see what we can do in the future.
Support independent media, support social justice that's there on social media. Thank you. Turn Left.